Welcome to the Mindfulness Within Podcast. This is the podcast for people who want to heal, connect with their true self, and cultivate lasting inner peace. I'm your host, Gilbert Romero-Mewharter, with over 20 years of experience working with children and caregivers. If you're wanting to connect with your authentic self, then this podcast is for you. Today, we're diving into a powerful intersection of mindfulness and internal family systems, IFS therapy for short. If you're new to IFS, don't worry. We'll unpack what it is and how it can enhance your mindfulness practice. Mindfulness is really just all about paying attention, being present in the moment, and accepting things as they are. But when we're mindful, we often come back face to face with all the different parts of ourselves. Some we're proud of, others we might want to hide. That's where internal family systems, or IFS, comes in. In today's episode, we'll explore how mindfulness can connect us with and understand our different inner parts, how to work with them instead of against them, and how this blend can offer profound healing and growth. So, let's take a deep breath and jump right in. So, maybe asking yourself, what the heck is internal family systems? So, IFS was developed by Dr. Richard Schwartz. IFS views the mind as made up of multiple parts, each with its own thoughts, feelings, and even roles. These parts can be thought of as, yes, sub-personalities that form the different aspects of our psyche. So imagine a family of inner voices, emotions, and tendencies. Some parts might be nurturing and calm, while others may be more critical or even fearful. In IFS, we categorize these parts in three main groups: exiles, managers, and firefighters. Exiles carry emotional pain from past trauma and often feel isolated or vulnerable. Managers are the protective parts, trying to prevent us from feeling pain by keeping us controlled and organized. Firefighters are reactive parts that step in during times of emotional overwhelm, often through more impulsive behaviors like numbing or disassociation. The key in IFS therapy is learning to understand these parts without judgment and finding a way to help them work together in harmony. The ultimate goal is to connect with the self, that core, wise, compassionate aspect of who we are, which can help lead and guide our internal system. So how does mindfulness connect to all of this? Well, mindfulness teaches us to observe our thoughts without getting swept away by them. So I like to picture a river. Sometimes it's rushing, and sometimes it's calm and peaceful. And we want to try and stay in the calm and peaceful part. It's about being present and aware, again, without judgment. And this is where it complements IFS perfectly. When practicing mindfulness through an IFS lens, we can observe and interact with our parts from a place of calm awareness. Instead of getting lost in our critical voice, for example, we can notice it, approach it with curiosity, and ask, what does this part need? Mindfulness gives us a space to separate our true self from the parts, which is essential for healing. One of the foundational practices in IFS is learning to be a compassionate, non-judgmental witness to our inner experience, something that mindfulness trains us to do. By observing without attaching or reacting, we begin to reduce the power parts have over us. And just a reminder, if you like what you are hearing about IFS and mindfulness, please like and subscribe to hear more and join our community. So now let's try out some exercises that combine mindfulness and IFS. These practices can help you build a deeper relationship with your inner parts and yourself. You can do these anywhere, whether you're sitting in a chair, lying down, or even walking, but please, never while driving. So this first exercise, we're just going to be doing some grounding with mindful awareness. Start by taking a few deep breaths. Inhaling slowly and exhaling completely. Allow yourself to notice your body, how your feet feel against the ground, the sensation of your body sitting or laying down. Notice any tension or comfort without judgment. Now bring your attention inward. Ask yourself, what part of me is present right now? Could be an anxious part, a hopeful part, or maybe a quiet part. Whatever comes up, just observe it without trying to change it. Ask yourself, what is this part feeling? What does it want? Gently approach it, like you would approach a child or a friend in need of care. See what it has to say. Allow space for that part's voice and just listen with openness. After a few moments, let the part know you're there for it and thank it for sharing. As we prepare for exercise 2, we're going to cultivate compassion or exile. So now let's focus on those vulnerable parts, the exiles. These parts can hold deep emotional pain, so it's important to approach them gently. Take a few minutes to breathe deeply. And allow yourself to connect to the emotion or memory that is connected to an exile part of you. See if you can notice the emotional energy without getting caught up in the story. With mindfulness, let your awareness rest on that feeling or memory. If it feels overwhelming, take a step back, breathing into your body and reminding yourself that you are safe in the present moment. Now try offering compassion to that part. You can imagine sending it love or speaking kindly to it. Something like, "You are not alone. I see your pain, and I'm here to support you. You don't need to fix it. Just be present." With our last exercise, we're going to do some self leadership practice. So let's connect to the self, the wise, compassionate leader within. Imagine you are sitting with a group of your parts, and you, the self, are present. How does it feel to be in charge of this internal family? Is there a part of you that wants to speak? What does the self say to the other parts? From this part of self-leadership, ask your parts, what can I do to support you today? It might be something simple, like giving yourself a break or setting a boundary with someone. Notice how this self-led perspective feels, how calm and compassionate it is, allowing the field to grow as you continue to practice mindfulness, reminding that yourself can always be there for you, guiding the parts towards healing. If you've been practicing mindfulness, I hope you're noticing how much more awareness and compassion you can bring into your inner world. Through the IFS lens, we can begin to truly honor and understand our parts, working with them instead of against them. And with mindfulness, we create the space for healing, growth, and integration. Remember, the journey isn't about fixing your parts or even getting rid of them, but learning to work with them in harmony. Yourself is always there, ready to lead with love and wisdom. Thank you for joining me today on the Mindfulness Within. If this episode resonated with you, feel free to share it with someone who might benefit. And make sure to subscribe for more mindfulness practices from an IFS perspective. Until next time, take care of yourself and remember, you are whole, you are enough, and you are never alone.